Let's have fun, team.
Let's have fun,
Yeah.
team. That sounds like a good thing to do today.
I'm glad those are going to be our last words.
I'm glad that we're all just gonna have a casual time where
Yeah.
nothing bad ever
We're all
happened.
gonna be safe
Safe,
and we're gonna
and we're
have a
all
great
gonna have a
time.
great time.
What the Jesus Christ
Jesus
was that?
Christ, was that?
We will be fine. We are three creative, intelligent people with a myriad of superpowers that range the entire spectrum.
This is why Scheherazad's the leader. This right here.
It's perfect. It's
I
fantastic.
love her and hold her dearly.
Oh,
I always will. All right. Well, we're gonna play a little bit more Marvel Multiverse. I think by this point, everybody knows everybody. So we don't have to do the circle. I would hope that after episode 6, anybody who's here already knows everybody. Um, but please do make sure to check out tinyurl.com/arcade for Gaza. Do what you can to help out Razan and her family to safely get out of Gaza. And with that, we are going to go ahead and get started. Once I move off of this map that I was looking at that we may or may not use.
oh
There's no
no.
way.
Foreshadowing.
Professional.
We love it.
I can't imagine us having to get into any sort of conflict today.
We open on what seems to be a theme with this game. Another towering inferno with a caption Castle Doom. And we see standing on a hill overlooking it is Doctor Doom. And behind his mask, you can only see his eyes, which are wide with an anger and a rage, but still composed and controlled, as is his nature. And he speaks to himself and says, "Well played. Perhaps it's time to bring our friends in S.H.I.E.L.D. in on this." And then we cut away. It is the morning after Castle Doom has begun to burn. Scheherazade, how did the rest of your night go after Olive Garden last night?
I think after like everybody had like went to do the things that they were going to do, though the library is burnt up, it is still like like a space.
Yeah,
I
you can
think
100% still travel there, but also just remember that Doom can also travel there now because he's seen it.
I think even with that, Scheherazade just like always has like a want or need. Like this is the closest thing she has to like home, and spends like a portion of the evening like cleaning things up and putting that one book that she has like on its shelf, along with the spell book that Mephisto had given her. And just sort of like reminisces about the like seeing little remnants of pages that are left over, knowing exactly what book it was, that it was from, knowing every word, every piece that's been in this building, um, and just like tidying up and cleaning up and trying to do what she has done several times and over the millennia, which is to rebuild this endless space of knowledge.
Are you bringing any new books to the library, or have you collected
I
anything that you're trying to restock it with?
because this is a fantasy world, I'm gonna say my girlie has gone to Borders.
Oh
Borders
yeah.
exists. Borders exists.
Amazing.
She's gone and just spent a bunch of money and has bought like tons of just like everything from like magazines to cookbooks to her staples for her library. I think she started getting into Gideon the Ninth. Um,
Amazing.
and it's just bought like probably about like 100 books. It's still like in the vastness of this place, you know, still feels small, but there is like that feeling like when you grow a garden, you get to see the first of your seeds, you know, like sprout up out of the ground. There is just like this excitement and or like yes, it's happening again. To that space. Um, Worried a little bit that Doom could show up, but in this moment, not really caring because all that really matters to her is having like a moment of peace because so much stuff has happened.
You are um, putting books back on the scarce shelves that now remain in this library that is kind of beginning to take shape again as much as it can. And you start to hear like like what sounds like gears shifting, and you look over and you see that like in the middle of liminal space there has a door has begun to appear, and you recognize it immediately as the door that Fastos created in and out of the library for other Eternals to use. And as it opens, Icarus walks out.
Oh, Icarus, you have to excuse the mess. It's a lot has happened. I don't know how much you know. I think, can I please get you something? And all she has is like packets of like Triscuits and like a burnt up teapot. I could put on a pot. Are you here on business? Or, how are you? I'm sorry. Please continue. How are you?
How are you, friend?
I am not well. If I am not well. But there is work to be done, and perhaps my feelings in this moment aren't pressing, but I am not well. Everything that I've built, it is gone. Doom and his lot have come in here and they have desecrated this space. There's stuff with the Darkhold, and Bastos was hurt, and new colleagues, new friends, and just a whirlwind of new information, which is both exciting and terrifying at the same time.
Seems like you've been busy.
I have.
And what of the Darkhold? Fastos tells me that you recovered some of it.
I have. A fair amount, I would think. As unwanted care as it should have been from the beginning.
And where is Wanda?
I think, like, is there any way I can do like an insight check? There is just now just like this inherent suspiciousness.
Sure. Roll ego.
Of ego. Okay, let me.
Actually, I feel like it'd probably be vigilance because that's like the closest to like I guess wisdom, which would be like insight.
Gotcha. Which is my highest stat. Thank you. Did it show up? Okay. So 19. I got a fantastic. It's my first one.
Let's go. Let's go.
You have known Icarus for thousands of years, and you know his intentions in and out, and you've begun to recognize his faces and his tells. You've had plenty of time to do so, and you kind of get the feeling as he is talking to you that he asked about you to ease you into a conversation to extract the information that he wanted to get from you, which was, where is Wanda? Where is the Darkhold?
I'm afraid I cannot tell you that information, friend. For her safety and yours. I cannot let other people know what books have been checked out, or I lose my rights as a bookkeeper.
By continuing to let her hold on to it, you yourself are endangering her. She's already lost it once. Doom is after her and knows exactly how to find her. He's done it before.
And it is my job to protect her over and over again. It is not our role to hold that sort of power.
When we all died, our role as Eternals changed when we came back. It has to be different. We've been here for thousands of years. We've seen the same things happen over and over and over. We're caught in a cycle because we continue to make the same mistakes. We continue to trust mortals with affairs that are clearly above them. We are the only people who can handle this.
You have so little faith in humans.
They have
We
had
are
plenty of
programmed.
time to earn it and have done no such thing.
But you've only focused on their failures, never their successes. They have done grand and wondrous things. And even in the face of their failures. Me and you, we are programmed to be what we are. They have something we will never have, and that is choice.
Then why did your friend choose to leave you? Haven't heard from Michael today, have you?
Michael is not my pet. He's a grown man who can do as he wishes and as he pleases. Michael has a dark past, as we all do. No one here has no blood on their hands. You would have me question Michael.
I have a feeling your friend is about to have a lot more blood on his hands if you don't keep an eye on him and if you continue to blindly trust mortals who time and again prove they are weak.
You have no concept of strength, Icarus. And if Michael should get blood in his hands, it would be my honor to wipe them from them.
You're unbearably naive sometimes.
One of us has to carry hope amongst us.
I suppose that is not my burden to bear.
It is not. See, while you observe their crimes, I read their words. Over and over and over again. I know them better than you ever will.
I had hoped that you would be more helpful and that you would see reason, but you've left me no choice.
What do you even want with it, Icarus? What would you do with it? Since you are so wise and so strong and so smart, what would you do that Wanda cannot do?
Break the cycle.
The book cannot be destroyed. You and I both know that is a fundamental law of the universe. Someone must hold it. You and I are programmed to do what we are to do. Why would someone who does not have the ability to choose hold on to something that carries that amount of power?
I suppose you can keep your secrets and I'll keep mine. But I have devised a plan to solve this once and for all.
I think she goes up and gently kind of touches the side of Icarus's face. Brother, I hope that one day you can see the world as I see it. It is quite beautiful. I am sorry that you have only seen the worst of this world and what this universe has to offer. I love you dearly, and you can try, but all books end up back here. Though they may be burned, though they may be damaged, though they may not be my own, they all end up back here, and it is my duty, just as it is yours to do your tasks, I am to do mine. I have no malice for you for whatever you do next, but know that I will be there.
So be it. And he steps backwards through the door as it closes in front of you.
I think Scheherazade takes like a deep breath, kind of has like a table with like some stuff from like their recent travels, and just has like a little like picture of them all at the Olive Garden. Kind of runs her finger over the top and it kind of smiles. They are quite amazing. And I'll open up a portal and head to wherever the rest of them are.
Hellhound, how did your night go?
I spent the night talking with Angela and trying to connect with her a little bit more. Yeah, we're at least we're starting with talking. Let's see where the night takes us. But I think outside of the Olive no, not outside the Olive Garden. We probably went for a walk. Probably went for a little walk and talk. What have you pulled up, Sean? I'm looking at the stream right now.
Yeah. This is the picture I'm getting.
I love this.
This is it. We got two little ice cream cones and we're sitting on a bench.
Yep.
Enjoying some little mortal treats.
Legendary pull. Okay. Yeah, it's the sun has set. And yeah, you're on a park bench in Central Park, eating snow cones. And Angela goes, for all of their troubles, humans do come up with some amazing confectionery.
Creative when they want to be. Incredibly destructive and incredibly messy, but when they do something right, they do something right.
This has been nice to take my mind off of everything going on. It seems like we're constantly going and doing and fighting, and it just seems to continue on, and it seems like every time we start to fix something else breaks.
That's what it is. It's like when you get a crack in something, the crack just sort of extends as it goes. We can only patch up so much. We're just one group of powerful beings. We can't contain the whole universe.
Don't you get tired of it?
Sometimes. Sometimes it feels like it never ends. Sometimes it feels like we're in this like Sisyphean loop of you save one person but lose three others, 2 step forward, 1 step back. But it's better than what it was. Just doing nothing but stepping back.
You can see Angela's listening to your words, and while she's doing that, she also you can see that her eyes are following a couple on the other side of the lake that are just kind of walking, and she goes, it must be so nice to be able to continue a normal life blissfully unaware of everything breaking around you.
I wonder what it's like to just, I don't know, the only thing in your head is just shopping for groceries. What you're gonna wear to work tomorrow. What simple little boring problems they have.
Can I tell you the truth?
Sure.
I sometimes resent people who refuse to see evil. It seems as if the people who want to do the most good are the most burdened by the problems in the world, and it seems unfair.
I think it's interesting you and I come at it from different places, people who refuse to see the evil in the world. I feel like all my life I was raised to try and see the good in the world. That little glimmer of, hey, maybe the people my father's telling me to go after, maybe the people down here in hell, maybe out there's at least one good person, someone who's done one thing right. And maybe that's just shopping for groceries.
I know Mephisto didn't teach you that. How did you come to that conclusion yourself?
Well, my dad's whole thing, me and my brother, raise us to be essentially his little super soldiers, go out, collect people who had signed bad contracts with him, people who he said were evildoers. And that's what I would do. Day after day, night after night, just hunt down, track people down, kill them there, or bring them to my dad. And I was raised to believe that these were the worst of the worst, that there was no redemption in them. But you do it enough times, and you see the cracks start to form. you realize that people aren't all just one thing, that one bad deal isn't what defines them, one bad day isn't everything, and that they contain multitudes and they have families and lives and jobs, and there's so much more than just one moment. And something in me cracked of this can't be all there is. Just day after day, hunting and never stopping to just have a snow cone.
I suppose it's easy to kill a monster, and if you want one killed for you, all you need is to convince someone else that everyone around you is a monster. And it seems as though Mephisto used that. But I'm glad that you found your own way.
Thanks. Only took 1,200 years, but, you can teach an old dog new tricks.
You can see that she kind of smiles. And she says, "And what tricks can you teach me?"
Well, how much time do you have?
Eternity, it seems like.
Mm.
What say we go until we get bored?
Well, you come back to my place. Could show you a few tricks of my own if you're interested at all. I don't want to be presumptuous of what kind of things you're looking to learn.
You seem to presume correctly.
And that's why I like you, to the point. My place?
Your place sounds good.
To my place. We're gonna fuck.
Exploit.
Oh my God, Chapel Row. Sorry, I'm looking at chat now.
Look, fighting for my life as a mortal out here.
Yeah, hey, listen. I love the Charizard, and I basically have the same point of view, but came at it from very different. Listen, we both got there.
Well, yeah, got called quaint, essentially.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Yeah, Angela's just trying to find out if it's casual. So
yeah.
Exploit. Where do you go after Olive Garden?
It's been a while since I've been back to Krakoa. I don't think I've been back since I started my little excursion. And I think especially I think dealing with a lot of the higher ups and feeling, I don't know, a bit more confident, and also just knowing that of the places I can go rest my head, I think going back to the island might be nice. I think I take a gate over to Krakoa.
All right. And walking out, you see the magnificence of Krakoa before you. Let me see if we can pull up a picture for the chat. We don't have a good picture for the chat. Oh, here we go. So yeah, you walk out of one of these gates and materialize in Krakoa, and you're overlooking just the sprawling greenery and vegetation of this land, and you can begin to see all of the buildings that are being constructed on the new home of the mutants. Who do you want to go talk to? Where do you go?
I guess the first thing I try to see is do I still have a place here? And I know with Krakoa, it's simple as planting a little seed pod. But I think there's this feeling of not belonging that has been so core to Exploit's entire space within Krakoa and the greater mutant population as a whole. That I think there is a small little space, distinctly alone, almost a little secluded, kind of under a grove of trees near a small little like a small little, almost a watering hole, that she goes and checks to see if it's still there.
You go and you see it is there, and you see near the water are Quentin Quire and Glob Herman.
Two of my favorite boys. I hate Quentin Affectionate.
Yep. Very accurate.
Um, yeah. No. I think once again, there's this moment of like taking it, like a moment to steady yourself and like, all right, it's been a minute, it's been a while. And I think I like step closer. And I think if Quentin was listening, like the telepaths of it all, it's been obvious that my brain has just been like rattling with a bunch of just different insecure thoughts
Mm-hmm.
that are just like shooting off at the synapses, as I sort of start walking closer. And I think uh, I just like up trying to summon to say hi. Um,
Um,
uh,
you like before you can even speak, you begin to get close, and Quentin is still talking to Glob, but you hear his voice go, "You are so loud," in your head.
I think immediately I just like speak out loud. Hi, Al. Hi, uh, Quentin, Kid Omega. What do you prefer?
Uh, and at that, he's no longer talking to his head or in his head. You can see he turns and he has his usual school uniform, but under it is a T-shirt and it has a picture of a zombified Tony Stark and it says "Death to Capitalism." And he goes, "So Emma told me you just up and left for a gap year. That was the shortest gap year. It's not even June. What are you doing?"
Well, you know what trying to take time off is.
Do you know?
Just
You think I don't know? Do you know how long I've been trying to get off this fucking rock? And they won't fucking let me because I'm a liability or
yeah,
whatever.
well, you are the Kid Omega. It
Yeah,
kind of comes with the
it's kind of a
territory.
scarlet letter, right? They were like, "Hey, what are we gonna make this guy's code name? How about Child Most Powerful Mutant? Let's put those things
I
together. That makes sense."
what was that? Was that a complete like you could have probably pushed back. I feel like it's been enough time that if you didn't want to kind of walk with it, you wouldn't, but you do love to brag about it a little bit.
Fair. Look, I'm just saying, you got a chance to get away. Why are you back here?
Well, when Storm calls you and asks for help, do you say no?
Oh shit. If fucking Aurora roped you in, that's hilarious.
Was I supposed to? I, do you say no?
I
Because
mean,
like,
I probably, yeah, I don't think there is any saying no to Storm. But like,
now I'm grabbing the dark hold now, which is like, a lot. I may have
yeah,
taken in the weight and power of the multiverse for a second for like an hour. That was a lot. Um, I drained the power of Ares. That also happened. Um, yeah, no, I've done a lot in a few days. I helped blow up a bit of Castle Doom like a few hours ago.
so you went on a super powered bender and were like, you know what I miss? Grass. Am I following?
I didn't. That implies that I wanted to do all of this. I just ended up in the mix. And when you're in the mix, you do what you got to do. I think you understand that pretty well. And like, I kind of look to Glob of like, can you back me up at all here?
Clav like looks over and just kind of shrugs.
Yeah, no, that's what I expected. Look, I don't know. Partway through, I have been terrified and thought I was out of my depth. And every time I have managed to do something uh, extraordinary, in a way that no one's seen coming and has been deeply useful. And I don't know, some points you talk to Captain Britain, you get a sword and you help fight Morgan Le Fay, and I don't fucking know. But also it feels good to help, I guess. So maybe I finally got the helping people bug.
Mm, that sounds annoying.
Maybe I'm just less scared of the fact that the powers are kinda strong and kinda unwieldy. I mean, I could just take all of your powers right now as long as I wanted to. Just cause. You know? Like that's scary.
And so you're doing all this stuff and you're trying to like find your place. Is that kind of your deal? I don't get it. Why come back
Yeah.
here? That's the thing
Yeah.
that still boggles my mind.
Where else do I go? What else is there for me out there? Like, I mean, I can go back to walking through like Japan, and that was nice and it was fun. But like, I don't know. I have never felt like I belonged. And even when I came here, I didn't feel like I belonged. Even with Miss Emma and the Cuckoos, I didn't feel like I belonged. Even closest time I feel like I belonged anywhere is with Logan, which is like I I don't know. I just want to feel like anywhere's a place for me. And so far, being in a room with an eternal demon and a guy who maybe has committed so many war crimes, I don't know yet, has been the one place that I have not felt so out of step. And I thought maybe coming back to Krakoa would help me feel a little bit less weird here.
Let me show you something. And Quentin takes you on a walk, and he like walks you over to like a very tall hill that kind of overlooks this valley where a city is being built. And you look down and you see uh, people with there are all sorts of mutants, hundreds, thousands of mutants inhabiting the city. You see them using their powers openly and freely. You see them using their powers in ways that makes the city go. You see them using them in practical ways, and you see a city that is being made better by the presence of people who are all different and all have different skills and abilities and powers. And he goes, as you're overlooking this, Quentin says, the most annoying thing about being a mutant is they won't let you go even if you want to. You've got a place here. It sucks sometimes, and you're gonna get shit for all of the mistakes that you make.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember what it was like when I got here, but suddenly borrowing like five or four different power sets at once and them all kind of just reacting kind of weird. Not really the best impression.
I found out that I was supposed to be the Phoenix before I got into high school. This is kind of run of the mill for us. It's gonna be hard. That's just part of being like us. But the other part of it is belonging to something. And as a mutant, there are a lot of questions that you are going to have for the rest of your life. Whether or not you have a place shouldn't be one of them.
You know, you're not as much as a dick as everyone has said you are. And
I,
I think
it's kind of annoying, right? Like I'm supposed to be like I've got a gimmick that I'm
Yeah,
trying to uphold, and then you have to come in here with your feelings and shit.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I forced you to be sincere. Kind of expected Glob to take more of the sincere front. I thought you were going to play bad cop, but I feel like you made that choice pretty openly and willingly. And then like, you know what? Why not? Just to mess with him. I'm gonna go borrow his telepathy real quick. I'm just gonna bounce back in his head and say, "Hi, by the way."
He goes, "You're insufferable, you know that?"
Yeah, but apparently you can't get rid of me. So
Yeah. Go do crime. Be gay somewhere else.
I once again, Castle Doom got blown up a little bit. The crime part's happening regardless. But I mean, I guess, huh? I gotta go be gay somewhere. Everyone else is like, look, I don't know how traveling with a group of people, there's a demon and an angel making eyes at each other. I think one of them's like been married for just longer than any of us have been around. It really makes a girl realize like, you know, that's next step, being gay. So thanks.
Cool. Air 5. And he walks off and leaves you to take in the sights of the city and the valley below you.
I think I kind of fly. I don't do a lot of flying unless it's like in combat. I think I just sort of let myself fly, and just sort of almost hang in the air and just sort of enjoy the beauty. I think maybe a couple of other flyers pass by, whether that be Angel, Pixie, any of those, and I might like just fly around with them for a bit. But I just kind of let myself enjoy what Krakoa should be about.
You can restore health and focus as you are kind of rejuvenated by just kind of taking in the sense of belonging and just realizing that um, families fight and bicker and disagree, but they're still families, and that you're still part of something, even though it is weird and different and doesn't always make sense. And about that time, um, Scheherazade, um, you said that you are going to go and try and gather the others, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any way of finding where they are, or do you have to call them? How do you know where they are?
I, as I understand it, I can teleport anywhere I've ever been. Since Scheherazade has been around for the entire human history, in my mind, she can literally go anywhere so long as she's seen it. So she's been most everywhere, or at least the general vicinity of places.
Sure.
Um, I think, I think she has like a cell phone that has been given to her. I think she is going to call Exploit and or Hellhound to
So
like find out where exactly they are.
and I'll let you have the conversation, but what you're going to find out essentially is that Hellhound is in New York, so you'll be able to find her pretty easily enough. But you've never been to Krakoa before. Because it is fairly new, and because they don't allow non-mutants there typically, except on diplomatic business.
Gotcha. Call Exploit. Exploit. How are you?
I, I'm doing good. Kind of just took some time in Krakoa. It's been nice. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm trying to find how to get to you, but I can't quite locate you. G- does the phone tell me where Exploit is?
Well, how about I find you? There's a bunch of uh little gates that can get me. Where are you gonna be at? Because if I can
I'm
meet you there.
I'm currently standing in Times Square. Hello.
Okay,
Um,
okay, that's easy. That's I will be there sooner rather than later. There's like a million gates that get you to everywhere in New York, so it won't take me long.
wonderful. I will meet you wherever Hellhound is. Does the phone? I have to ask, darling. Does the phone just tell you where I am? I'm not exactly
I mean, you
sure.
can, that's a setting you should be able to turn on it, and we can go over that if you want to later. I can get it set up. It won't take, it's not a big deal.
It's tremendously helpful. I long to see you soon. Hello. Yes. No. No pictures. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, bye.
She leaves the phone on in her
Oh,
pocket.
I hang up. I hang up so quickly. Mostly because I think I have the feeling of like, no, that feels right. I think I hear it for 2 seconds, just in the pocket shuffling. I'm like, no, let me hang up. All right. I think I just sort of, I think for the first time, because like that entire like 2 day thing, I was just in like street clothes. I think for the first time I have like a bit of a like outfit for like heroing, which is not that dissimilar, right? Like I think it's still like the small like big baggy pants, still like small-ish, like almost cropped jacket, like over like my shirt, but it just screams more like I'm actually here to like help people. I think it does have like some of that classic garish like X-Men yellow in it. And I think like has some of that blue. I think it is a little inspired by like Logan's fit actually. Um, and yeah, I think I stepped through the gate and there's just a little bit more confidence in the walk as I step through.
I dig it. And we get a panel of you walking through, and then walking out, and you come out in New York.
Yep. As close to Times Square as I can get.
Cool. About 6 blocks away from Times Square, this is the next morning. We see like a small apartment, and Dimmu Borgir is playing as Angela is at the kitchen counter, wearing a crop top and boy shorts, brewing a pot of coffee.
As well she should.
Yes. 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 Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, everyone.
And also, Angela is canonically gay, so
Oh, hell yeah.
yeah.
Let's go.
We love to see it.
All right. And so you have woken up to the smell of um, like a dark roast that is brewing in the kitchen.
I rub my eyes and I first check my phone to see if there's any messages from Scheherazade or Exploit, see if there's anything we're getting up to today that I gotta get dressed for real quick.
There's like a 2 minute voicemail of just Scheherazade like trying to describe where she is,
I'm
while
gonna need it
also
live.
talking to every random stranger. Yeah. Amisa, darling, I don't know where your apartment is. I haven't been to it yet. Oh no, sorry. Actually, if you take the sea line, it'll take you. No, I'll just take you myself. And and we need to meet up. We need to discuss what are our next plans. How are you and Angela? I understand that you all may, at least the vibes were that perhaps you all were going to spend the night together. Not to intrude. Is that too much? No, if the M&M store's across the street, love. Anyway, I'm going to be standing here in Times Square for the next, I don't know, hour or two. If you're not busy, please meet me here. And or I don't know how the phone works to find out where you are. I've asked it several times. Exploit hasn't returned my phone call yet, so I'm not exactly sure what the setting is. They said that there's a setting, and I've looked through, and all I can find is how to change the wallpaper. So if you if you have a moment, please. Uh, Call me back. My phone number is. I don't know the phone number. Just call ID a thing? Yes, call ID. Just look at the call ID or check your voicemail and call me back, please. Love you. I'm hanging up now. Proceeds not to hang up.
30
Amazing.
more
And you just get
seconds.
30 seconds of just train noise. Amazing.
Yeah, Alan just sighs and laughs. And turns to Angela and is like, turtles are so funny. They are so disconnected from everything happening on this plane. I love it. I gotta go deal with this Darkhold thing. I don't mean to kick you out or anything. You're welcome to stay if you can just, there's a key under my mat if you want to just lock the door behind you.
You haven't done this in a while, have you?
No, there wasn't really a lot of time for flirting and relationships between
is this a
hunting down the
relationship now?
great no, this is whatever we
Hey,
want it to
hey,
be. Listen.
you're fine.
Great. Good.
Okay.
You, Angel, if you want to leave, you can. You don't have to. I can't tell you what to do. You're an adult, Angel.
You're cute. You only had one coffee mug. I guess you live here by yourself?
Well, I don't really have guests
Right.
often.
So
You use it. I gotta deal with this Darkhold thing. I get you can come if you. I don't know what your plans
I already
are.
did, but maybe
What? Use the mug, or you already dealt with the Darkhold thing?
no. You said you can come if you want. So
It has been so long since I have done this.
could have
You're
fooled me.
fun. You're fun. Do you know that? You're fun.
I try to be.
Listen, are you coming to help with this? Scheherazad's lost somewhere in Times Square.
You should probably find that, unless you have about 8 minutes.
I checked the voicemail to see when it was left because Scheherazade said they're going to be here for the next hour or two. How recently was the voicemail left?
Probably like 20 minutes, but she also has no concept of time. She's going to definitively help everybody in Times Square that asks her any question.
I will give you 8 minutes later. I'll give you as many minutes as you want later. But right now, I need to make sure Scheherazade is not becoming a tour guide in the center of Times Square.
Yeah, that's probably important. All right. Well, if you ever want to forget about the superhero gig again,
you know where to find me.
I sure will.
I'm gonna go. Get
You do that. Yeah.
check.
Just
Yeah,
on the
you.
way out. Just on the way out, bud.
I do. I give a little smooch on the way out.
You give a little smooch and you begin to walk away, and she like pulls you back in for a bigger one, and then finally lets you go. She's how tall is Amista?
Like probably around my height, like 6'1".
Okay,
6'2".
So she's got an inch on you.
Oh goddamn!
So...
be still my heart.
And she goes, "Go get him, Tiger."
I'm not normally this flustered. I feel like I'm normally pretty calm, cool, collected, good at a job. You mess with me.
It's fun. I like seeing you wiggle.
I'll see you later. Bye.
Yes, you will.
And goodbye. And I very flustered head to Times Square. Oh, cool down.
All of you meet up in Times Square. You notice that Hellhound is even more red than usual.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Hi.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for spending time with me. If you want more information, we'll talk again later. There's interesting things about the parks. I'd love to go into it. You all have a lovely day.
There's a whole group of tourists that have been following Scheherazade around, taking pictures, and they were like, "Did you know that about the Empire State Building?" And like,
Scheherazade, you got a side gig now?
No, they were just curious about the city, and I've been to New York several times over the centuries, so I had just a wealth of things to talk about. And they're very lovely people. There was a nice man who helped me with my phone settings. It was very lovely. It was very nice.
Oh, you know how to check? You know how to check your own phone number now?
I don't know that, but he did
Okay.
show me. He did show me how to change the lock screen. Which look, it's a picture of us. It's so lovely.
That's cute. That's fun.
I need to ask, Hellhound, this is gonna be a little bit glib. Uh how's it going on the Mark's end? I need to know.
I think there's at least one hickey. Typically, I wear like a spiked collar. There's like a hickey just poking out of the top
Okay,
of it
yeah,
that I'm like trying to make sure is covered, but it's just high up enough.
yeah, no, I think as like I land in the middle of all of this, I sort of go like, okay, your phone's set. Also, good job, I guess. And I just sort of like, I glad you had fun.
Yeah, how was
Sure.
your night? Did you have fun?
I mean, I reconnected with myself on Krakoa and had a bit of a breakthrough in terms of letting myself be myself. So I mean, like
I think you win. I think you had the
yeah,
better
no,
night. I think
you brought
that's
a really shitty tone to that now. I hope you feel bad.
I did not bring all right, kid, listen.
And I think she like sticks her tongue out, but I think this is also the most joyous she has looked the entire time you've like seen her. She does not look like a ball of anxiety right now. Scheherazade, do you need me to still get that? I can put the settings on, so at the very least
Oh,
I know where you're at.
Oh yeah, do you know how to turn on GPS on your phone? Sherzad?
I do not. I was given this phone, but I don't understand how it works. It's when my favorite phone. There was a Nokia. It was very
I knew.
lovely. It just had. It's very
Was it
lovely. Very
Just a
durable
brick of a
phone.
was
phone.
it just shaped like a brick?
Oh yes, yes, yes. When you're falling 30,000 feet from the air, the Nokia is a preferred phone for teleportation.
Mm.
Okay.
This is
I
lovely
think
Maybe
too. They can put
maybe
pictures
we
on it. It's very
I
lovely.
turned to expert. Maybe we just get them a Nokia.
no, but it's the GPS of it all. I think it's we just we just need. Oh, I can talk to Forge. Maybe Forge can make one with GPS technology in it. I'll see what I can do on that front.
I
It would be
also
like two
enjoy the
seconds for
assistant.
him.
She's very lovely. The woman who lives on the phone. I love talking to her. She has a wealth of information and knowledge.
What's her name?
I believe her name is Siri. She's quite lovely.
Okay.
I was expecting it to be legally distinct, like sorry.
I thought it was gonna
Truly.
be like I was originally gonna go Cortana from the old Windows phones, but
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We'll get that fixed. I might try to get you a new phone. Just it'll work for you. And I shoot like one text message to hmm. I think it'll be to Jubilee. I feel like I'm on the once again, we're part of the Logan group chat. And I just like, hey, can someone ask if Forge can make a Nokia brick phone with like GPS in it? And I do not elaborate.
At this point, I think Hellhound just like pulls out a cigarette and starts smoking and is like, all right, so what are we getting up to today? We getting this dark hole or what?
where was the last page? 'Cause I don't quite remember. It's been a
Oh,
while
don't
now.
ask me.
DM, where are the do we know where the last
Hey,
pages are?
brain, help.
Um, you don't necessarily have a lead on where the remaining pages are.
Oh.
But you do. I mean, you do have people that you know. You could talk to any of your allies or contacts, or I could just throw plot at you. I'm happy to do that.
Hmm. I mean, let me think and see if I can think of any contacts. I don't know a lot of people.
I don't really know any magicians on my payroll.
I'm trying to think of a good magician that's not Steven. a Wong because we already have tapped into them one another magic user
Also,
in the
Steven is
in.
missing in action. Also,
That's right,
Um,
Steven is in
speaking of
there.
missing in action, when you reached out to everybody, you tried to reach out to AWOL, but he did not answer his phone, and he did not even leave you on red. Your messages are showing as having not been read.
I don't think
oh.
Scheherazade would know the subtext of tweeting, not tweeting, of messaging on the
Well,
Probably
okay, but
also
I
Unless
do love the idea that Scheherazade tweets
Scheherazade
instead of
also
texting people.
probably wouldn't know that if it goes straight to voicemail, that usually means the phone is off.
Gotcha. Have either of you seen AWOL?
No.
My
No.
my brother my brother Icarus mentioned that perhaps AWOL would soon have blood on his hands. I do not know 100% what that means, but there is now another player on the board, being my brother Icarus.
And is your brother what's his vibe? Is he cool? Not cool?
I love Icarus dearly with all my heart, but he is a man driven by power, want for order, a
Familiar. Okay.
bit of a dick, but I
Mm-hmm.
love him so. He has several times in the past attempted to rise up, and as all those before him, and as his namesake, as he has ever grown closer to the sun, he has fallen into the depths only to be retrieved and humbled.
I have one, like potentially a contact. I realize, which is I can bug Magic via text and be like, "Hey, you're friends with like Nico, right?" Like that's and like it's a name that I know. But I think I have Magic's number on a DNI of like I should not interact.
Yeah.
Um, but I'm willing to in this moment of like trying to think of anyone who might know. I know I know is Strange Academy around here in this in this version.
Um, you have just out comic booked me. I'm not sure what that is.
Oh.
Strange Academy was a school. It started in I think 2020, where Doctor Strange and a couple other like magical folks. I don't think it was like long running, but like ran a school for up and coming like mages and the magic folk. But I know Nico and Magic were like involved.
That sounds cool as hell. We can say it exists, but Steven would not be there right now. He is currently, nobody knows where he is.
But yeah, no, I think I like take a deep breath as I like text Magic and just say like hi with like seven eyes, like in the very anxious hi. Um, hey, we didn't know yeah, we've only really met during that like whole Japan thing, but I know you're friends with a magic user named Nico, like question mark at the end. And we're trying to find Darkhold pieces, and I didn't know if maybe she knew anything or if you could get us in touch. Please and thank you. And then sends it immediately. I treat this phone like a bomb. I put it immediately in my pocket. I just try to not look at it for a minute.
Well, the first thing you notice when you pull out your phone, because of how last session ended, is that you have 68 missed calls and 32 text messages.
Yeah, damn it. Okay. I think I'd like did the thing where I just opened it straight to messages first, sent that, and then as I like close it and move out of that menu, I see just are they all from one person? Are they from like three people?
Most of them are from Emma Frost,
Yeah, no,
uh,
I figured.
who, strangely enough, when you didn't find you when you went to Krakoa, which now you're thinking maybe that means that she wasn't there when you were there. Um, but you also got a lot of text messages of various degrees of approval slash disapproval from your classmates.
The various relationship meters went up and down.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think I checked through specifically Emma's and if I get any from like more of the faculty types to make sure, see if anything has been said of note. Uh, and then I do just look at the 68 chat or like calls, and unless there's like one voicemail, I check the most recent one. Besides that, that's a problem for later exploit.
Yeah, a lot of them, like I said, a lot of them are from Emma. A lot of the texts are call me now. You can tell they're texts from somebody who doesn't text a lot, because usually Emma just prefers to use telepathy than using a phone. But she doesn't want to do that with you because you're a power stealer. And so she's trying to get used to texting to contact this troubled youth. And so you're going through that. And as you're like scrolling, you get an alert of a new message from Magic. Says, "Hey, weird time to be texting me, but okay. A little offended that you contacted me, knowing that I'm a Magic user, asking for a referral to another Magic user. Seems a little insulting. Also, I feel like I'm legally unable to help you because not only did you already commit a felony, but I can't imagine that you're not planning on doing that with the Darkhold. Please lose my number."
Let's see. I'll try to shoot one back before I get a blocked message. I think I put in my defense, I was late to all of that. I kind of assumed they already asked you. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to make assumptions. Also, like, is it a felony if we're saving reality? And I just shoot that text message and see what happens.
As you do that,
I also say sorry. I realize I didn't say sorry in any of that.
Everybody roll agility.
Oh boy. That's a great thing to hear.
Casual.
Everything is great and we're doing fine.
We're all gonna have a great time. 18.
11.
15.
Alan's got a little grin on his face.
Now we have to get like obliterated with
this
the spur.
The Spiderman?
Did anybody get a 21 or better?
No.
Nope.
He's so good. He's so good at what he does.
Of course.
As soon as you put the phone away, all of you are like hit by webbing and like kind of constrained, and then like strung up on one like long street light, basically, and you're now dangling upside down, and you see in front of you Spider-Man lands on like a mailbox, and he looks up and he's like, "Look, they usually send me first because I try and like actually be nice and talk through this with you guys. So I'm gonna level with y'all. Y'all are making a huge stink of things, and I really don't want this to get uglier than it needs to be. So you want to just like talk it out?"
Peter, how are you doing? How's Mary Jane?
It's complicated. Anyway, the whole thing with Doom Castle, like, it's kind of a problem. Like, I know Doom kind of stinks, but it's still kind of a problem.
Okay, well, that's an over there problem. We're fine here.
May I inquire who sent you, love?
Nobody sent me. I knew who was coming and decided it might be easier for you guys for me to get here first. You're welcome, by the way.
Who's on the way? I'm guessing we're just spinning on like this thing.
Let's see. He goes, let's see. Who have you already pissed off? And also, who would be concerned with matters of international security? Survey says, and he points up to a helicarrier that is pulling over several skyscrapers.
Oh, I understand now.
Is it S.H.I.E.L.D.?
It is S.H.I.E.L.D., yes.
This is both Sarah and Helen. Yeah, maybe.
I feel like if you wanted to talk, at least maybe you wouldn't have started with the webbing up.
I I've seen you guys like run away before, and so I've been developing this webbing that actually nullifies your gates. Because I'm smart.
Oh, what?
Like
Just
that.
for us?
Just for you,
Thanks.
because you're special like that.
Oh,
Ah, thank
Peter, you're
you.
such a smart young man. I'm so proud of you. Look at you.
Doing what I can.
Love that. Well, can you let us down?
Are you going to run away if I do?
I will not run away.
Great. You see like he hits the side of his head and he says, "Give me 10 minutes," and he then like fires from his webs again and basically shoots out some kind of fluid that he's developed that kind of instantly dissolves the webbing, and all of you fall to the ground.
Right. No one calls anyone. Maybe you did. And looks at the phone to see if you received a phone call from you.
Yeah, what happened to hi? How are you? My
Yeah.
name is.
Yeah, well, I guess we know his name Peter, and I like say it derogatory just because it's a bad name, not really grasping the full context.
I'm trying to decide if this is still the universe where nobody knows who Peter is, or nobody remembers Peter Parker.
Oh.
Yeah,
And we're
talk to your
saying it
dad
just a
about that,
little too
hellhound.
loudly.
Yeah, so I feel like Scheherazade is the only person who actually knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So Exploit might have repeated just the word Peter, not knowing any kind of significance or connection behind
No,
that.
that's exactly what it is. It
Yeah.
is just I heard Scheherazade say it, so I was just like digging, like, yeah,
I
because
think
Peter
Scheherazade
sounds like
gives
an
him a hug.
embarrassing name.
Scheherazade gives him like a hug and like grasps so he's like, "You look so well."
Thanks, bud. It's I've been like doing this new keto thing. It's really weird. I don't like it at all.
Then why do it?
Because it's like supposed to like help you to be able to like you just have to like eat like bacon and avocado, which I kind of
Okay.
like those things. So I was like, maybe I could just eat those things, and like maybe it'll help me to, because like I burn a lot of calories, like
Yeah.
like a lot of calories every day, and so
Oh,
I was
yeah,
trying to
sure,
figure out a
sure.
way to like get more quicker that wouldn't like make it harder for me to move because my guts are fucked. So we're trying something new out.
So
Anyway,
the helicarrier.
yeah, the helicarrier is coming because all of you have violated international law, and also the last time that Shield saw you, you stole something from them, or at least something that was in their possession. I'm not trying to get into the middle of that. I'm trying to be the level-headed mediator here.
Wait, we did? When did that?
Oh, I guess
It was
yeah,
I look at the
First-
other two.
I was first session.
yeah.
I think we did.
I look at the other two like I wasn't there.
Yeah, to be fair, Exploit wasn't here, so Exploit's not involved.
I don't think they
It'll
care.
be fine. It technically does not belong to them. Ownership is weird. It's fine. Peter, you've been lovely. You don't have to work for the cops. I need you so desperately to understand that. You are better than this. You are the man of the people. I need you to remember this.
Look, I'm not working for them. I'm trying to call them off.
Okay, well, then talk to them, not us.
Me talking to them is the only reason they haven't dropped the Avengers on your ass yet.
Oh, it's Tony here.
He's gonna be in about 8 minutes if we don't figure this crap out.
Okay, well, how can we be helpful? How can we walk through this process diplomatically?
I need you to return the pages of the Darkhold that you took from S.H.I.E.L.D.
I don't think we can do
to
that.
collaborate with them on whatever information that you've obtained along your little escapade. You don't have to work with them, but you have to keep them in the loop. That's how this works right now.
I mean, I feel like
So I have a question. We live in a world where magic is definitively real, and there are obviously layers of just like layers of like diplomacy and like laws and things that exist, like not only like on the earth in the United States, but also like fundamental laws of higher beings. Is there any sort of treaty or any sort of language that says that the United States government does not have the ability to supersede and or interfere in like Asgardian or like any of these other higher level of planes?
I was
yeah.
about to make the sovereign citizen argument because like
Yeah, we
one
are.
of us
We
is,
are.
one of us is an eternal, one of us is a Krakoan, one of us is a demon. None of us are legally U.S. citizens in this.
Yeah, so the fuck you gonna do to
moment.
me?
Um, also, well, the thing is, I think at this point, and if it's not, I'm deciding it is in our
Right.
continuity.
Yeah.
That Shield, since its reformation, has become like an international security administration that isn't actually
Gotcha.
connected to one country. And
Gotcha.
it's
Mm.
basically like a global intelligence thing sanctioned by the United Nations. And
Gotcha.
so it's not really America coming down in your ass, it's the world coming down in your ass.
Gotcha.
Oh,
There's
that'll
always
do
just
it.
been different continuities about what Shield's role is in the world.
Well, Shield has like
Um,
been dismantled and put back together so many
yeah.
times
That
over
damn
decades.
helicarrier has
Yeah.
been knocked out of the sky like 20 times by now.
Yeah.
The
But I,
helicarrier of Theseus.
I guess it's like for I guess what I'm asking, or and you can also say no. Is there any sort of legal standing that I have that to claim right over it, being that I am canonically the bookkeeper of the universe?
Roll logic.
Okay. Where is my character sheet? Too many tabs. And I get an edge on that because I have font of information.
Hell yeah.
And then I get to roll edge on that. 21.
Hell
Hell
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, you know that based on your interactions with Shield in the past and based on their knowledge of who you are and what you can do, that they would probably have been willing to work with you if you had been upfront and like shared information and worked with them. They would have even given you information and possibly rights to help them gather the Darkhold and even protect it and keep it safe. But it
Mhm.
because there was no real conversation that was had and you all kind of ran off with it, they have kind of taken that off the table most likely because they don't know
Mm.
if they can trust you because they feel like you might be a liability.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Um, I think, especially as X-Plane knows the least about it, uh, I'm like, I've been working with them for like a couple of days, and I hate to do we're doing good work here in just a kind of a reckless way, but we're doing good work here in kind of a reckless way. I think like maybe I mean, like, are we the first people to ever have done something like that? I kind of give just him a look of like, you haven't gotten in trouble with Shield at least once.
Peter looks at you and he goes, you're honestly probably going to get off the easiest because you weren't with them for most of the things that they did. And also, we're still working out how Krakoan amnesty works, and I don't think that they're probably going to get in the middle of that. However, it's really hard to pitch the whole we're doing good here thing when one of your known accomplices is responsible for the murder of several SHIELD agents. Or did he not tell you?
Now that after the Castle Doom thing, it doesn't shock me, but like, I, I mean, he's doing good now, and I mean, once hate to do this, not the first person who's been bad and now helping. We're working with Wanda, and Wanda, well, you know, so like people can change.
Roll ego.
Cool. Um, Let me check
And she
see
hears
if
us like beaming with pride at exploit at this moment.
Let's go.
let me see if I have anything else for that. My ego score is terrible. Ooh, I have an edge on ego to persuade characters I'm talking to for the first time because of glibness. So let me okay, that becomes a 17.
You can see that Spider-Man, um, being well acquainted with friends that were once enemies and enemies that were once friends, definitely takes your words to heart. And he says, listen, guys, I want to believe that you're doing the right thing here. And I'm not going to act like I think S.H.I.E.L.D. is totally in the right or that they know what's best for this mysterious magical force. But I've been in the game long enough to know that most of the time, when people get a hand on this, it doesn't end well for them. And so I need you to give me something to work with.
We will gladly meet with. I'm assuming Maria is in charge of this, yes? Or do we get to meet Nicholas? Is Nicholas? Or are we going to get to talk to Nicholas?
Maria is still on priority, actually getting the pieces of the Darkhold. Fury's currently off-world.
Well, I mean, I've always wanted to say this. Please take us to your leader.
Definitely not my leader, but
It's a joke, see, because I'm very alien-like and I'm from another world, and you're taking, it's fine.
You seem like
We'll
the guy
meet
who'd
with
like
Maria.
references.
yeah.
Well, this must be serious. Peter's not joking.
Mm.
All right. So the shield helicarrier is up ahead, and you see that like a shuttle lowers in the middle of Times Square, and like basically you see like men in black like kind of come through the crowd very quickly and like very efficiently like section off the square in order to allow for the shuttle to land. And Spidey looks over and he goes, do you want me to come with you? It might be good to have, somebody who can check both sides.
Yeah, I love you. I'll go ahead.
More the merrier.
Yeah, I think I also, this is gonna make it messy. I think I send a message to like Storm and Storm specifically, because like I think she has a good head on her shoulders for this. But I'm like, I'm talking to Shield about the Darkhold stuff. Things are okay right now, but just wanted to let you know. Just as a, this is messy and like getting bigger than me situation. Hopefully we don't have an Avengers versus X-Men too.
Briar, if you feel like it and you want to put in the chat what you think Storm sends back, you're more than welcome to.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
I also think when this like as they're sort of lowering, I think Charizard sort of wipes their hand over their body and gets into like that official Eternals garb,
mhm.
the like solid tunic, the ones in the movies, like the solid tunic with like the circles and various shapes all over it. The most official and like put together she's ever looked. It's like it's like Druig's outfit,
Yeah.
like almost like a long, like almost like Sith like robe, but it's like this deep purple with like gold. Kind of has like her arms crossed and like looks over it, explains, sort of winks. It'll be all right.
Hell yeah. Everybody's in there. Costumes, I love it. You are all taken up to the shield helicarrier. And as the shuttle pulls in and you step out, meeting you on the deck is Phil Coulson.
Philip, how are you?
Been better.
I wish we'd meeting under better circumstances. I'm sure you've met my colleagues and understand we are in a bit of trouble.
Just a little bit. Do you know where Michael Donovan is?
Apparently, at this moment, I do not.
Who is Michael Donovan?
Oh, AWOL, Michael.
Oh,
That was-
Jesus. Sorry, Sarah had no idea my AWOL's full name.
I
Ran with
also
it.
didn't, but I just kind of went like, no,
I almost feel like Exploit probably just didn't.
I knew his name was Michael. Literally.
This guy that's been traveling around with us.
Scheherazade
See-
only calls him Michael.
In my head, it has to be the way Scheherazade says it. If Michael. Otherwise,
Right.
it's just Michael. Who's that man? I
That's
don't
just
know
a
that
man.
man. Never mind. Hellhound definitely knows who Michael Donovan is.
More of a work group than we are like. Again, none of these people are. I'm not a keeper. Michael's free to go about the world as any other person.
That's not really how it works.
Well, we don't have any control over him.
Well,
Exactly.
he is responsible for committing several crimes, and he has to answer for those. So,
Okay.
the free will thing is cool and all, but when you've broken international law, there has to be consequences.
Yeah, even if he's
Okay.
broken international law, doesn't give me the ability to know where he is.
So we unfortunately cannot offer any information because we do not know where he is. And I find it odd that we're talking about spilled blood and broken laws and crimes aboard the helicarrier of all places. There is not, there is a lot of blood on this ship. Looks at Phil. None of us here are clean. I do not know if that is a strong foot to start on, but if Michael has done something wrong, I'm sure it can be talked about. I'm sure we can come to some sort of compromise and or agreements. There's very little that cannot be accomplished with the power of words.
Doom has sanctioned the UN to bring you all into custody for destroying a government building and trespassing on his country illegally. Now, that presents a lot of problems for us because right now we have bigger problems on our hands, like containing the threat of the Darkhold. Also, the person that is being held liable for it is missing. And that person has also taken a lot of lives of my coworkers. So I'm going to need, if we're going to have any kind of working relationship here, which it's already standing on really shaky ground, I'm going to need some good faith from you. I'm going to need you to find Michael. I'm going to need you to bring him back to me so that we can question him, so that we can get to the bottom of what happened, and so that we can get a handle on this situation, because
Are we? Oh, sorry.
it is completely out of hand.
Are we in like open air, like everyone can hear us?
Um, you're in open air, but like there's not like a crowd around you or anything like that.
Okay, so I'm going to ask the question, which I think it's, I don't know, maybe a bit presumptuous, but I've seen spy movies. Are we able to do that after we finish saving the day? Like, we escape from you, we're vigilantes, we're runaways. And then, after that, you manage to do a whole big dramatic thing. That way, there's no egg on your face, and then we, save the day, and then it's all taken care of. I've seen a movie or two. I mean, even I'll just help do a fake escape if you need it.
31 pages of the Darkhold were recovered by you, as far as our intelligence has gathered. You no
You
longer
would be
have any of
correct.
those pages. They're back in the
They
hands
are
of the
not.
person who lost them in the first place, and we have no idea where she is.
That is probably for the better.
You're not giving me a lot to work with here.
I am cooperating, which I think, in all said and done, is a grand piece of faith. There are a million ways this could have gone. There could have been bloodshed. We could have escaped. There are a million things we could have done, but instead, Philip, I am here standing next to you, not yelling, not arguing, not dissuading, coming to you in good faith. I have done nothing more than what all Eternals do, and that is our duty. My duty is to guard all the words of this world, including the Darkhold. Your superiors know that. I have done nothing outside of my station up to this point. I am not beholden to your laws because I am not of your world. I am here in good faith, trying to meet you somewhere halfway. You have done nothing but threaten me since the moment I've gone on aboard your vessel. Me and my colleagues. Now, are we going to sit and talk about how we can resolve this, or are you going to make ultimatums and demands?
Roll ego.
and I have presence, which allows me to roll it at edge.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Edge.
Let's go.
Amazing.
666, baby.
666. The devil appears.
No.
Dad?
Um, Phil says, "What would you even propose that we do?"
Now, you have not agreed with my methods up to now, and perhaps for this last stretch we can work together. You will not get the book, but we can recover the pages and we can protect this world. Doom was a major co-conspirator in this. Turns and looks at Exploit. I don't know the range of your powers, but do you have the ability to share your point of view from our exploits, from our trips? Perhaps
Our
to lend some
exploits.
validity to why we have acted in the way that we have. He was attempting to feud. He stole pieces of the Bifrost, already breaking international treaty when it comes to the Asgardians.
Okay. Yeah. He's the one who started all this.
Exploit, you still have a little bit of Kid Omega's telepathy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's one of the things I was gonna suggest. Yeah, okay. So, just everyone's consent here, just for me to do a big slideshow.
Sounds good, kid.
You've got this. Remember, relax. I'm using inspiration so you have edge on your roll if you have to make a roll.
Yeah. I look at Coulson as well.
It's not the first time somebody's been in my head.
Okay. And yeah, no, I will I guess give at least everything from my perspective.
Yeah, go ahead and
That's
roll ego
happened.
with edge.
Okay, beautiful. I am terrified.
You got this, Boo Boo.
You
I
got
believe
it.
in you.
Okay, and
Okay.
then let's see.
Let's go.
20.
Oh, yeah.
You are able to basically project into Phil Coulson's head all of the events that have happened since you've been with this group. So he sees them recovering the pages of the Darkhold. He sees them handing them off to Wanda. He sees your conversations with Wanda, and he sees your ransacking and destruction of Castle Doom. But in that, he also does see all of the secret and probably illegal experiments that you came across in Doom's castle, and understands the threat that it posed. Also, he gets about 5 seconds of Exploit being flung across the multiverse, which is a lot.
Sorry, wrong channel on that one.
And as he comes back, he says, "So that was a lot."
Yeah. Didn't feel good to hold in my body either. Not a good feeling.
I can't, I want to trust that maybe you have a handle on this situation, but my hands are kind of tied here. There's only so much I can do.
Okay. Well, then what can you do?
I think we could just break out of here, and then you're hunting us and just do a bad job.
It's not that simple, kid.
That's how Philip works. He's a man of honor, a man who tries his best at everything that he does.
So try your best to be bad at something.
It's not in my nature.
Aside from the pages, what can we offer?
Oh, I have one idea as well.
Oh, yes,
I don't.
please.
I think if this is possible, you can tell me no, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
I still have a touch of telepathy, Kid Omega's telepathy in particular, with something like bumping my powers and maybe even taking the supernatural sense The big magic cerebro is what I'm suggesting. That I don't know what the range would be. I'm willing to do same thing I did last time, where I just use an absurd amount of focus to make this go burr. But that is if people are okay with it, and if you're okay with it as a GM.
Well, let's look up the rules on Sense Supernatural.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
They are trying to do like a basically project outwards and sense the location of a bunch of supernatural stuff. And if I'm kind of getting that right,
Yeah, because I know there's a couple of people on the team who have it,
Me
namely,
too. Yeah. Yours
yeah.
sounds supernatural.
so your range on that is it's 100 spaces per rank. A space is about 5 feet, which means that is 500 times 4, which means that you have 2,000 feet. So, like, a little under a half a mile.
Okay. I can bump that to at least make it twice as much. Just because of how like bump power works for me. I'll double check it, but I'm
Oh,
pretty sure
interesting.
bump, yeah, it boosts powers. If powers have ranges of effective areas or durations, that's doubled. Um, so I can make it just bigger. Um,
Um,
any any effects that happen normally with fantastic success happen automatically on a normal success.
so because of what I think that the because of my interpretation of how boost power works, and also because I think it's a really cool character moment, you can boost Scheherazad's supernatural sense and give her the ability to see farther than she would normally be able to see.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Well, Scheherazade, you can sense magic and all of that, right?
I can, yes.
Okay, so I can make that bigger. Same thing I did to help Wanda, like hold the astral plane thing. That might help.
Turns and looks at Phil. It could tell us what the pages are. We can cross the finish line together here at the end.
Yeah, team project. We'll put your name at the bottom of the list.
If you can get us intelligence on where the remaining Darkhold pages are,
Yeah,
then
probably.
that is the beginning of a working relationship. And once we recover them, if you are able to help us with that, we can have a discussion on what the best course of action from there is on how to protect them.
Diplomacy, Philip, you are a wonderful man. Exploit. I am in your loving, caring hands.
Okay. How much does some supernatural cost for you?
Then Supernatural does not have a cost attached
Okay.
to it for me. I also have other stuff to boost that already with my heightened senses, um, which just gives me an edge on like vigilance checks if I'm making one. But you're increasing the range, so I think Scheherazade just going to like very gently place her head for you to be able to like touch, and just like has like a very gentle smile. It's like I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, of course. Um, so yeah, I think I like Um, I think I don't even have to put like my hand on your shoulder, but I think I give you like an affectionate like hand on the shoulder. It's just like a
Mm-hmm.
you got this. And then I think just my larger left eye begins to glow blue. And I think you can just like sort of feel once again that sense of like magic in the room just increase, almost like the air gets a bit heavier with that sense. As I think I just sort of concentrate and just I think if we're still just outside in open air, I think I kind of sit down, cross my legs, and just like focus on it.
Shares like crosses her legs across me as well. Their eyes are like a mix of like the gold, their natural gold color, and then like your blue sort of on the edge of it. As they kind of like have it like astral project almost a little bit out of their body to like feel all the magic that's within this area.
All right. So let me see. So it looks like for 15 focus, you can double their range.
Yep, and then cost 15 as well for me just to do this.
Right.
So yeah, I've spent 30 so far already.
I was gonna say realistically, you could continue to double that however many times that you have focus for.
I have 180 focus, so I'm willing to yeah, because my powers are very focus heavy. So I will burn, let me see, another what's that, 60? So yeah, I'll essentially bump it by like 4 times of the first one.
It's just like a strain on her body as you do it. When
Yeah,
you
I
just like
think you
bump.
see like maybe the right, like the large of the right eyes also turn blue.
So
As like the bioluminescence is just like flaring up.
let's see here.
Like Hellhound just gets down to Exploit's level and just puts like a hand on Exploit's shoulder just to steady him as you're doing this.
All right, and 2,000 times 2 times 2 times 2.
Oh, Sean's doing math.
Yeah.
Let's go.
We're reading things.
No, Sean's got a calculator.
Oh wow.
I'm looking at his stream. Sean's got a calculator.
So yeah, that means that.
Oh boy.
So you got 32,000 feet of range, which. So that's a little over 6 miles. I am going to. It's probably not. I'm going to tell you. You can. I will tell you that you will be able to find the location of all of the remaining pages of the Darkhold if you spend all of your focus doing this.
Yeah. I will drop it down to, I think literally like at 0, I lose concentration. So yeah, I think like as the scene, like whenever the scene ends, I just completely burn out on it. I will do that.
So like I feel like you and Scheherazade kind of do like a mind meld thing, kind of like Hope Summers and Scarlet Witch at the end of Avengers versus X-Men, and you signal boost her sense, and her eyes like start to glow as her head rolls back, and your senses are heightened beyond anything that you've seen, that you've ever been able to do. They don't extend miles; they extend worlds. You are able to see the presence of so many supernatural things that for a moment it's like completely overloads you. But you try and focus and basically like filter out all of the noise and all of the other supernatural things moving across the cosmos. You even see out in space a silhouette of a large bald figure kind of watching over everything. And you filter all of the noise out and remember what you're looking for. You seek the Darkhold, and you find that 5 pages are actually in the middle of the Pacific Ocean on something called the Raft. You find 9 pages are in the possession of somebody who has just arrived in Asgard. And 15 pages are currently in the Library of Alexandria. And as you sense them, you sense that the person holding them is Doom himself, waiting for you. We're gonna
Wait, Scheherazade's library?
Yes. We're gonna take 10 real quick.
Hi.
As all of you process that.
Oh, see, I was like, oh damn, did Scheherazade just buy the pages of the Darkhold at Borders earlier?
That'd be so fucking funny.
Holy shit.
Yeah, just hit him in a human who's going there?
Imagine.
Hit him in a People magazine.
All right. We'll be right back. And we're back. So, you've just seen through all of the known universe and absorbed all of the supernatural knowledge of the current moment, and pinpointed the exact location of the remaining pieces of the Darkhold. What are you going to do with that information?
I think there's like tears like coming out of like Shahrazad's eyes, just like over how beautiful the universe
Yep.
is.
You okay?
Yes, yes, no, oh, oh no, exploit. Looks over at exploits. I'm assuming passed out.
Its concentration is broken. I think they call it demoralized. So I think like I am awake, but just knocked. Like you can tell there's nothing. Like I am just so unfocused on anything. I am like burnt out. I'm okay. That was a lot.
Yeah, hey kid, take it easy.
Don't worry. The I can't do any of that for a little bit. Uh,
Okay.
You
I just
were
kind of look
you.
at Colson. Oh, like
No, go ahead, go, go, go.
do you have like an energy drink or anything on here? Can I get like one of those big shock blankets in movies? They look like they'd be comfortable.
I'm sure that we can get them.
You
Nothing's
are,
coming out.
yeah, you are not muted on Zoom, but we cannot hear you.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me now?
Now we can hear you. Yeah.
We can, yes.
He goes, yeah, we can take you to sick bay.
Thanks. And I think like even getting to my feet, I am a little shaky. Just like it is just like ninth level dissociation. Um, combined with just all of the other stuff that I've done lately. I am just tired. I think like two of my eyes are just sort of like rapid eye movement, like kind of jumpy. And I just look exhausted.
I put a hand on Exploit's back and I'm like, hey, you want me to carry you?
There's a moment of gay panic, just in for Zinnia, and she's like, not gonna say no.
And I lift up Exploit to carry her to sick bay.
And Phil looks at Scheherazade. What did you see?
Deal. I know where several of our pages are. Perhaps we can split our efforts to cover more ground. There are several underwater currently. What was the second? What was the second place?
There's some in Asgard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are several in Asgard. My library apparently holds another section of those. Would appear Victor has paid me yet another visit.
Good. Well, not good, but it's good that we know those things. And
I've
Right,
given
forgot
you some goodwill here. I've given you goodwill here. What goodwill are you giving me in return? My proteges worn themselves thin. Is there any assistance or protection or any? Can you give me your word that you will not betray me, Philip?
I told you, my hands are tied. And you see that you hear like the whirring of what sounds like jets coming up from behind you, and you turn around and you see Iron Man lands behind you. And as the mask comes up, says, "All right, Hotshot, we got what we need." And Phil says, "I think so." Kind of like genuinely like he doesn't want to be doing this. And Peter, who's still with you, goes, "You made a deal. You said that they would help if you would help them if they helped you." And Phil said, "Too much has already happened. There's only so much I can do." And Tony says, "Yeah, you've kind of mucked up the whole thing here, bud." And there's a lot of growing tension between Coulson and Tony and Peter. What are you gonna do?
I think she like puts her hands up, puts like one of her hands up to like both the Phil and Peter, and turns to Tony and gives a very warm smile. Anthony, how are you?
He like
Funny.
literally just kind of isn't even responding to you, just kind of like staring you down, and after like a long pregnant pause, he goes, "Listen, champ, you've caused so many problems here today that I don't actually have time to go
Don't you
over."
call the keeper of the Library of Alexandria champ, you fuckhead.
Oh, great. So we got multiple hot shots here. Good, good. Love to see it. Okay. So you guys have successfully caused the biggest mess that I've ever seen. And that is a lot coming from somebody who is a fan of making up his own problems. So I'm going to need all of you to stay on the helicarrier while we clean up this mess and gather the remaining pieces of the Darkhold. Does that sound good? Or are we going to have another problem?
Or what?
You don't want to do this dance, kid. Trust me.
We're hundreds of millennia old. You do
Yeah,
realize
you're the
that, yes?
kid here.
Anthony, you of all people know what it means to hold immense power, the responsibilities that come with it, and sometimes the collateral damage. Where Sokovia is so far from your mind.
Here's the difference.
Asgard,
When I make a mistake,
countless
I
things,
own it. And I
and
have
here I
seen
am.
none of that from any of you.
You
what
just
does it-
got here.
You think I haven't had an eye on this situation the whole time? The whole time?
And yet you let Doom steal pieces of the Bifrost.
We're
That
handling
you
that.
let. If you had done your job, then I would not need to be here. I'm what happens when the Darkhold gets out of control. That is my responsibility. Your responsibility is to protect the people of this world. And Tony, I trust that you are always trying your hardest, but just like me, you are prone to failure. You have no high ground here, love. Now you can let us help you, as we have done so willingly in this moment, and prioritize the safety of this world over whatever this is. I've grown tired of men in my life telling me that they know better how to wield power when each of them have a long history of failure in being able to do so. What will you do with it, Tony, when you have it? What is your grand plan? How will you, Anthony Stark, weapons dealer, man of iron, leader of the Avengers, man who's made countless mistakes that have left blood everywhere, make a better decision than me
We're taking it
when
off
it
the
comes
board.
to
We're ending this once and
And
for
what-
all.
And what does that mean? The Darkhold cannot be destroyed, Anthony.
We're putting it somewhere where nobody can get to it.
And where is that?
Do you have to know everything?
That's where he keeps his humility.
You of all people know the ingenuity of humanity. How quickly you were to go to the stars, how quickly you were to spread across the universe, that there's no plane that you will not find, will not go to. You are a fool if you think you can keep it contained forever. It is a cycle. All this is a cycle. You have not lived long enough to see the wheel repeat itself over and over again.
Exactly. You've been here for thousands of years and you haven't been able to get the job done.
Because it is a cycle. The forest must burn for new growth to come. It is not a matter of eliminating. It is a matter of repurpose. It is a matter that it will always happen, and when it happens, we must respond. It is a system.
Is that why you keep letting things burn?
Do not let things burn. They burn because they must. Does it pain me? Yes. But it is the natural order of the world. Human beings are to rise, they are to fall, and they are to rise again. That is the nature of this world. From failure comes ingenuity, comes innovation.
I don't have time to wax poetic with you here. We have a solution and you're in the way. Stand down, final warning.
Tony, when you're wrong, and we have to save you, know that I will hold no malice in my heart. Even in this moment, I know you are a man trying to do his best, even though he is wrong.
Hmm.
Looks over at Hellhound, kind of
I
gives
got
her like, we're
I got
leaving.
I got exploit in my arms.
Am
I'm
I
not fighting
still?
Tony.
Yeah, I about to say, am I still, or did I get to the sick bay at all?
I feel like you were on your way, like walking away when Tony landed.
Yeah.
So it would take you a bit to get back to them. But also, Tony then goes, I'm in this business because I always have a plan. And while you've been chattering, you've been oblivious to it taking shape. And you see that there are several suits landing around you.
All of us?
Uh, just Tali right now, unless I would say that probably you would hear the commotion if you want to start working your way back there.
Yeah, I think like I am making my way back.
Also, you can even at zero focus, you can spend a karma to regain focus if you need to.
Oh, I know. That was part of my plan. I was about to try to do like 2 vigilance checks to get some back. Because I do have a plan if this breaks bad.
I, I'll put my cards on the table here. My plan is to let them take me and Hellhound and Exploit go and take care of the library.
You don't need to do all that.
Yeah, what the
Nah,
Okay.
nah, 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 nah. Okay, so let me remember how this works just on a uh okay. It says multiply the rival die by your rank. So cool. Okay, so I'm back up to 12 vigilance. I'm gonna do it one more time. Just because I think this will be good to have, just in case. And yeah, so I'm up to 24 focus. So I have a I think I come back like a little bit less tired looking. Um, but yes, I have a plan just in case things break really bad here.
As you're walking back, you come up on the scene of like four suits of iron standing behind Scheherazade. With Scheherazade, and next to Scheherazade is Peter, and facing both of them down is Tony.
Oh, I was gone for 5 minutes. What is going on?
just Tony doing what he does best.
Ah, never heard good things about you. Nice to formally meet you, by the way. Um, yeah, so I'm guessing you're doing the big authority thing where you tell us we're not allowed to leave still.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Cool. Um, I'm guessing we've already tried to ask and like, are you just being a dick
Yeah,
about
I got
this?
the whole spiel from the librarian over here.
So how versed are you in magic?
Buddy, I took down Thor with a suit that I made out of his own magic.
That's not magic, that's tech. How versed are you with magic?
Magic is just tech that you don't know how to use.
Oh my gosh. Okay, cool,
Oh
cool,
my
cool. We're doing
God.
this conversation. I understand that, Mr. Future Man. I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't think you know the difference yet between, I mean, have you ever made a teleporter? Have you been able to like just do this and teleport somewhere or take in the entirety of the multiverse and jump from realm to realm? I don't think you've done that yet.
Haven't needed to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's the type of shit that we've been needing to, because magic's real fucking weird and it's exhausting. And I really think maybe you should understand that while you aren't very, very, very smart, not taking anything away, sometimes you might not know everything.
Where are you going with this?
Just saying, maybe just step down on this one. I know I've heard you have a bit of an ego issue. I'm trying to rile him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Just
Go ahead and
cause.
roll ego.
Cool,
See if
cool,
you can
cool.
like provoke him. We're getting into masks rules now.
I'm just watching both of them, right? If fucking punch Tony Stark in the balls
I'm only
whenever
at
they
I'm
give the
at I
word.
only got a 12. Um, hmm.
Make an agility check.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Oh, don't you fucking come for our kid.
No, no, I'm hoping he hits me. I got a 6 Marvel die and 3.
Fantastic success.
Yeah, I'm
Do
hoping he hits
it.
me. That's what I want.
Well, let's find out.
Tony Stark, the man that you are.
All right, character automatically rolls. Okay, so I'm
Sarah,
gonna
do you
use.
have a plan, or are you just doing whatever?
Huh?
I said, do you have a plan?
No, I'm really just here ready to fight when the moment calls for it.
So,
Gotcha.
Tony is going to use combat trickery and turn his Marvel die into a 1, which is going to make that a success. So while he's been talking, you feel like yourself immediately constrained and everything goes black. And you two see that one of these suits has come up and put itself onto Exploit to restrain them. You want to keep playing games, or you want to fucking listen to what I'm trying to say to you?
Don't you fucking touch her.
Did that do any damage to me?
No, you're currently
Damn.
unable to move. And you all begin to hear like a laugh. Like kind of just in a cackle. And you look over and we get like a wide shot of this whole scene. And Peter has his hands on his knees. And you did the thing where you talk to them to distract them so you can sneak up on them. But here's the thing, I can do that too. And you then start to see Tony goes, what? And the rest of the suits kind of spark out, and you can see that there are spider bots crawling on them. Everybody roll for initiative.
Let's go.
Hey!
Is there any like disadvantage to my initiative due to me being like
Yeah, you're going to have trouble on your initiative. And then also you're going to need to make a some kind of appropriate check to break free from this
cool?
suit on your first go round.
So for trouble, I roll on my best thing. I hit the trouble die, right?
That is correct.
Cool. Okay, well, I have a question then. I have situational awareness, which gives me an edge on initiative.
Okay.
So will I like give myself a trouble and then an edge, or do you want me to can't have this cancel out? Or
You can do both. So you
okay.
can take an edge. So you do the trouble first, and then you can take the edge.
Okay. I got a fantastic success. It troubled down to a 16 and then edged back up to a fantastic success.
Damn, really edged you there.
Yeah, we love edging around here.
All right, all right. That was so goofy. Fate really liked me that day.
All right.
Of course, we end up
You and
getting in a fight
Jordan.
with Tony.
You and Jordan have such good luck with the dice.
Jordan's gonna be so mad when he realizes he missed the chance to fight Iron Man.
Truly the most
yeah.
like
Sorry, Jordan.
the
We
two
love
toys get to
you.
like hit each other.
All right. Let me get everybody on the map.
Map. Tony Stark, the man that you are.
I need you to know how much I hate this man. Like,
Hey, here's the
I
thing. You're making me hate him too. I
Yeah.
mean, I already
Uh,
didn't like him, but I really fucking hate this guy.
I hate him
he's
so
I
much.
am a constant Tony Stark.
That's why I have no plan except fight Tony Stark.
I love
My
this
initial
right
plan
now.
was get him to hit me and then just boost your teleport and jump out.
There's only one man in the entire Marvel universe that I hate more than Tony Stark.
I at one point was ready to just summon a portal underneath him to make him go away. I'd be like, all right, no, he's gone. He shut the fuck up.
Drop him in hell for a little bit.
Drop him in hell where he belongs.
What did
Got
Hellhound
a
get?
14.
Hellhound got a 15.
And Exploit?
I got a 17 with fantastic success.
Hell yeah! So you get a bonus round. So you'll get a bonus round to break free from this thing before proper initiative starts. So that's
Okay.
cool as hell. And then go ahead and add a turn for Scheherazade. And what did Scheherazade get?
14.
All right. That means we're going to start with the bonus round. So go ahead, Exploit, and I would say melee or agility, whichever you prefer to try and break free from this thing.
Okay, cool. I'm going to do melee because that's slightly higher. Okay. I got a fantastic success.
These digital dice.
The fact they're digital is the funniest part.
On a fantastic success, I'm going to say that the way that you get out is that you use your mutation to actually draw the energy from the arc reactor to completely depower this thing to cause it to open for you. And I'm going to say that that gives you 20 focus.
Beautiful. Yeah, I think like the immediate like thing is like finding how I can either get more focus from him or get close enough to drain that suit.
Right.
But yeah, I am free now. Cool. I don't know if it's my turn again, but
It is actually Spider-Man's turn.
that makes sense. He's
Let's
a fast little
go.
guy.
Yo, Peter!
Peter says, everyone wanted to talk about trust and good faith, and nobody wants to return it. I'm tired of this. And he leaps forward and does like a springing kick, like a web slingshot towards Tony.
Let's
Can I
go.
fastball him with a portal?
It would have to be your turn. You have to use
gotcha.
your action to fastball him, and then he
Isn't
uses
it a
his
reaction?
So it's a reaction for the person who's getting fastball.
Okay.
So you have to use your action, and then he uses his reaction to make the attack.
Thank you for the clarification.
Do we have any cool things? Okay. That's not going to be enough to do it. And I'm sure that his melee defense is really high. Not as high as I thought it was. So actually meets it, beats it. Hell yeah. So yeah, he deals 30 damage on Tony with this launching forward. And then that is going to make it Exploit's turn again.
Cool. I am going to. I think the initial thing is I'm looking at people's egos. If y'all don't mind telling me, just like what is your ego scores?
My ego defense or like attack?
Just like the ego score. It's
3.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, score. 6.
Cool. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna take yours then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, if I'm within that space, that's just free for me. So I'm going to copy your ego score. Like I said, that's free. And then I'm going to look at Tony and make an ego attack against him to try to shut down his powers.
Is that against his ego defense or his agility defense?
Ego.
Okay.
Shut down powers is an ego attack specifically.
All right.
Um,
His ego is a 15.
cool. So mine is, I guess, if yours is a 6, that's I'll. Do you mind if I roll it with my vigilance since that's like equal to what my ego is, or should I roll ego attacker?
Um,
Because like
yeah. What's the reasoning behind it?
I have to make an ego attack with it, but I just took Hellhound's level of ego. So
Oh, got it.
it's yeah, so it's higher than my normal one.
Okay.
Or I can just add I think 3 to it.
Oh,
either
you're
way.
just talking about like just for the roll. Yeah, that's fine. As
Okay,
long as
cool.
the numbers come out the same, it's fine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Let's go.
That's without the +3. So with the +3 or whatever, I think that's 23. Uh
So Tony is going to throw up a repulsor shield.
mhm,
So you're going to have trouble on this roll. So you're going to have to re-roll one of those 6s.
cool. All right, so that drops down to a 19.
Damn.
Yeah, because the plus the 6. Um,
That's still enough. So his suit just completely powers down as you see the shield like flicker on and off.
yeah, I think the way it looks is just like I think there's still like a little bit of the arc like lighting bounce like energy bouncing off of me. And I just kind of look at like the center of his arc like reactor. I'm just like, hey, you probably shouldn't have done that because now I know what this kind of feels like. And I just like very quickly, almost just you see the light of it like fly to my like hands and my body. And I think I just begin to glow with that sort of like arc, like that specific arc reactor blue.
Yeah, that
And you see like my eyes are
Love
like
this.
it kind of drifts across your body, and you can also see like for just a moment, like a blue circle begins to flicker in the middle of your chest. And Tony goes, "Well, that's a new one."
yeah, no. I don't know if you heard me say hold on to the entirety of the multiverse for a second. I was not bragging. I was being very, very direct.
All right, cool.
Do you want to talk now?
He goes, Plan B, and you start to hear a hovercraft incoming. You don't see it yet, or you don't see who's coming out of it yet, but looks like he's not going to be the only problem on your hands. Hellhound, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I'll deal with the problem that's right in front of us right now before we get into the future problem. So I'm eyes gonna go black, pentagram start forming on the forehead. Just go, I told you you shouldn't have touched the kid. And I'm gonna shoot hellfire chains out of me onto Mr. Stark. Make an ego attack.
Roll that beautiful being footage.
22. Oh, goddamn it, I did it again. I hit not attack, but I'll just roll again and that'll be the damage. Okay, sorry. Or I guess, the math was already there, because then plus, okay. I'm sorry. I do this every time.
You're good.
The damage math is slightly different than the attack math anyway.
Okay, well, damage math, if we're going with the original, would be 36
Nice.
points of damage.
All right.
And that's it.
Scheherazade, you're up.
Do I see this other craft? Do I see what it is?
Roll vigilance.
You got it. Insurance. No, I have an edge on it. I'll take the 16.
Sorry, didn't eat breakfast.
You're good.
Hey, eating's important. Feel that
Yeah,
jamming.
get your almonds, Brennan.
You see a large, kind of futuristic-looking, almost hover car flying in towards you, and it's above you. You don't see who's inside it, but you do see that painted on the side of it is a blue 4.
Just getting everybody here. God.
Oh boy.
Kinds of trouble.
You also
I
see
will-
that flying towards you at great speed, coming up from behind it, is the Human Torch.
I will turn to exploit and hellhound and be like, perhaps an expeditious retreat is required.
Fine by me.
She
Kid, you
because
good?
she's
I mean, yeah, no, I'm only shutting them down. I'm not like stealing them. Um, I'm guessing they're not talkers either.
probably not. Diplomacy has failed. Shahrazad's going to use blink barrage, and it's going to go back to looking how it did before. She reaches out and touches the book, and there's a smile as she pulls on it and blinks towards you all, and then snaps her fingers, and like a book opens behind you all, and it's a portal to the library.
Hold that thought for just 1 minute. What is your ego defense?
But what if we didn't hold it? What if we were just so good?
My ego defense is a 3.
So it'd be like a 13, though, right?
Yeah, 13. Yeah.
Hold on, my mouse is being fucky for some reason. Give me 1 second.
Oh boy. Oh jeez.
Oh, geez. Oh, man, guys.
Susan's.
Oh
I'm
boy,
I'm,
oh
I'm
boy, oh
most afraid
boy.
of Susan. I'm very scared of Invisible Woman in particular.
Yeah, I would like to not fight the Fantastic Four and Iron Man and Shield.
I'd be
Hey,
down to fight that thing.
when in doubt, I can also summon a portal. So if you don't get it on this one, I can try again.
Hold on, guys. I am so sorry. I don't know what the hell that was all about, but I think I got it now. Okay, here we go.
Hell yeah.
All right. Damn. So Mr. Fantastic's shield that he has on his like nullification ray that he sent out from that was coming out from his hover car, he built it with the intention of preventing you from being able to teleport away.
Oopsies.
Apparently, it was not strong enough. So all of you then disappear into the
I was gonna ask if Spider-Man coming with us or not.
Yes.
Spider-Man doesn't. You've all been operating together long enough to know backdoor means portal means jump backwards, and you kind of have it together. Spider-Man doesn't get that cue.
Oh no.
Peter.
And also he's like actually, I think that what actually happens is Peter does see the portal open, and he looks at all of you and says, "Get out of here. Find the pages."
Okay.
And he kind of like stays behind specifically to cover all of you and buy you time.
Thank you for your service, Peter.
Briar, you stepped away just in time to see the two worst men in Marvel get their asses handed to them.
Look, Peter's gonna
Happy
be able to
Pride.
smooth it over with the Human Torch because they are legally boyfriends. So
Legally.
I love those two. They are one of my favorite, just very gay friendships in Marvel.
Wait, who?
Human Torch and Spider-Man.
Oh,
They
okay.
a very gay friendship. It is
Oh,
so good.
cute.
All right, I just realized I didn't have the battle music up, but you guys did it so quickly I didn't even have time.
Look, sometimes you just yoink Tony Stark's powers, and funnily enough, he is just a man in a suit.
All right. So all of you disappear into the library.
Into the library.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Where you see that like sitting atop the dais that once held several artifacts is Doctor Doom.
Hello, Victor.
I suppose turnabout's fair play. I burned your home, you burn mine.
Yeah, but we didn't go to the UN about it. What the fuck was that?
There are rules.
Rules are only rules when they are consistently used.
Part of being on the winning side is playing your advantages. I have reach and diplomatic immunity. Why would I not use it? Why would you not use your portals to get away from a dire situation?
Touche.
Because game's not over. You said you are winning. You have not won.
But you have not won.
What if I told you I could give you the library back?
In order to give it back, that is something that has to be yours to give.
I hold power beyond your imagining. Even you, an Eternal, do not know what I am capable of.
I love this library. Every book, every nook, every cranny, but it is not my world. There is nothing you could offer that would make me betray humanity.
Do you not see the need for order? Do you not see how they consistently repeat their failures and their weaknesses over and over? Do you not understand the necessity for someone to bring it into order?
That's the thing, is that even though you would bring order, chaos will always come. These things are not good or bad. It is light and dark. These are things that accompany one another. It is a wheel. It is a circle. These things exist in this way. You will bring order, and in response, the universe will bring even more chaos.
I will be ready for it. I always am.
And like the sun, you will set. There is no force in this universe that can outdo this.
I will be here forever. I will outlive even you with the power I have obtained.
What will you do with eternal life, Victor?
Bring
Will you
balance.
Forever?
Forever. It's
It is-
madness.
It is my burden to bear. I am the only one strong enough.
To what end? When all the things are the places that you want them to be, what is left? What are you defending? What are you trying to gain from this? I don't understand, Victor.
This world, this universe, longs to be ruled. It is a wild beast that seeks to be tamed. And everyone has their own gains and wits and ends, but all of them are temporal. I mean to tame this world, this universe, to balance it beneath the only will that is strong enough.
Victor, I say this with all the love in my heart. You are not that. You are, at the end of the day, a man capable of a great many things. And you are not bigger or greater than the universe. Doom is a concept, but you are still just a man. You will die. You will end. Go ahead.
Sean, canon question, Sarah question. Doom is just a guy, right? Like he's not an eternal, he's not a demon, he's not that we know of. Like he is
guy,
he's a guy.
but a real strong guy.
He's a real strong
Yeah,
guy.
he's
He has
real
in
strong
some
guy.
timelines actually ascended to godhood. Like that's
Okay.
the
Yes.
level of guy he
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
It's a good run if you get a chance.
Oh
someone
my
Doom
god.
takes a-
Oh
such
dude,
a
one of
good
the
run.
coldest moments in comic book history was God Doom versus Thanos.
Oh.
So good.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Very good.
God, he's really just
Is
giving
this-
me. You're not that guy, pal. All right.
Unfortunately, he is very much that guy, and that's the
Ugh.
worst part about him.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Oh, so how does it end, Victor? Does it end in bloodshed? Does it end in violence?
I told you, the end will come for you.
Of course it will.
Comes for all of us, and we can accept that. Why can't you?
Because you are not made of the same that I am.
Victor, you're built in fear. Do you fear death? Do you fear what it means to be out of control, for things not to be in your hand?
I gave up that fear a long time ago when I
There
realized
you are acting on
nothing would ever be strong enough to make me afraid again.
I think I've been sort of waiting.
it. I think it's
Wow.
fair.
I mean, I hate to toot my own horn, Mr. Doom. Not only could take everything you've done on like a magical level, but I've also kind of beaten death on Krakoa. So I think I've already kind of won in terms of just like being better than you. Hate to say it. I am once again trying to goad him to hit me so I can just absorb a bunch of magic.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Yeah, what's your ego defense?
It is like a 13. Yeah, let me confirm that. Yeah, it's a 13.
Oh, both of you can beat the bricks off this band anytime you want. Scheherazade just is always going to try to give a person a chance to not fuck themselves, but you all at any time.
That's fair.
Scheherazade's gonna
bricks off
talk
his
no
back.
jutsu until somebody else throws the first punch.
Fair.
Okay.
Feel free at any time to jump in and beat this nigga's ass.
Sorry, what did you
Sorry, I forgot we on stream. I'm sorry.
Nah, you're fine.
what did you say your ego defense was?
It's a 13.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I am cooked.
We forget where I am sometimes.
Listen, that just means it's a good game. We're so absorbed. We're like, wait a minute, hang on.
He
I'm sorry, people are watching.
he goes, "Yes, you have contained something of mine, and I would very much like it back." And he extends his hand, and you all begin to see like red and blue energy coming out of Exploit's mouth and being drawn into Doom's hand. And as soon as he reabsorbs the energy, the ether that Exploit took from his castle, you see Exploit blinks and is gone.
What the shit?
I didn't know I
What-
still had any of that in my body. Oh, fuck. Oh, boy.
I think Scheherazade, the moment seeing their protege disappear, like snaps, opens the portal. I'm gonna fastball special Hellhound.
Let's
into
fucking
this
go. I'm
motherfucker.
ready.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
can I kick?
So what you're gonna do in that case, it's gonna be you're just gonna do a melee attack and you're gonna deal double damage on a hit.
Oh, hell yeah. All right. Here we go. I'm going to hit the correct button this time. I'm going to use a karma. And then I'm going to use another karma.
Yes, yes, yes.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
And then I'm going to use another karma. And then I'm going to use another karma.
Thank God. Well,
And that's all of my karma to get a 12.
Wild, homie.
Yeah.
Fortunately, his melee defense is actually pretty low, so you do actually hit him.
Oh, thank God.
So you deal 36 damage,
Hell yeah.
and you like knock him back against the wall. And he let me see, how do I want to hurt you? Yeah, you see that as you hit him, he like looks up, and you've never seen somebody like absorb a punch that strong from you and be as unfettered as he is. He kind of like looks up with a godly strength. What is your melee defense?
12.
All right. Actually, what is your agility defense?
13.
Okay.
I got so excited my headphones fell off.
He does get an edge on it, though.
What'd you say?
He does get an edge on it, though.
That's fine. But still, at first, it was pretty good.
You see that he like just holds his hand out in front of you, and an arcane blast comes out from his hand and sends you rocketing backwards into Scheherazade, and you take 28 damage.
Okay.
And he says, "Your friends are scattered to the winds. I suggest you find them before trying to trifle with me again." And he
Where is she?
I'm sure that someone of your intelligence can figure that out. Till next time. And he steps backwards through a portal.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. We gotta find the kid.
Get knocked across. I gotta stop blinking like this.
Wait, are you back?
No, I'm just tired.
Like, wait, holy shit, wait.
No, I am not back. I have no idea where the hell I am. I'm
Yeah.
just terrified.
We're gonna get you.
Hold on.
I think Shahrazad's just going to start going through her phone, and she's just going to start calling every Eternal she can think of. Like, she's going to call Cersei in particular.
I'm gonna try calling AWOL.
I'm so afraid of where he is.
Oh, I can't.
He just went to Six Flags for a day. He needed a bit.
Yeah.
He needed a moment.
Get some magic, like proof bug out room, probably.
Yeah.
I hope he's going off somewhere, giving somebody the business.
Yeah, I hope he's doing something fun right now.
You exploit, you like tumble out of a portal, and you slowly start to stand up, and you can see that you are on like kind of a raised metal plinth that overlooks all of these like strange tenements, and it almost looks like houses that are kind of like crudely built with like sheet metal and whatnot. And you can look and you see that they're like the whole city is populated by what look like alien races. And you look up and you see that the city that you're overlooking appears to have walls surrounding it, except for to the south there is like a gargantuan circular outlook into open space. And we then get a frame that zooms out, and we see the floating head of a dead celestial and a caption that reads, "Nowhere."
Oh boy, I had a feeling I was in nowhere.
And we'll pick up where we leave off next time.
If only there was some sort of guardians of some sort of part of space to help me.
What if, you know?
What if?
Me and Cosmo are gonna go on adventures.
All right. I kind of love the idea of next session, the B plot being you just like in space while the rest of them look for, or while Hellhound and Scheherazade look for AWOL. But we'll see how it shakes out. This
Yeah.
will be interesting. All right, so let's do the little thing. Everyone say where we can find you, and Sarah, you can go first.
Yeah, you can find me on basically all social media at Oops All Smurf. Also today is the last day to vote for the Crit Awards. So if you want to vote Cracker Barrel has fallen for best one-page TTRPG, would be appreciated.
Hell yeah. And Tolly.
You can find me all over the internet at that's_Barnaby, wherever social media exists. And I also am up for a Crit Award, so today's the last day. You should come and vote for me. Also, I don't have a game or anything attached. It's just my name. Just look for that's Barnaby for best indie player.
Hell yeah. And Dare.
Hi, my name is Dare, pronounced she, they, Faye. You can find me pretty much anywhere at the internet at Dare to Dream RPG. That is DARE, the number 2, DREAM RPG. I have been back at streaming on Twitch, same user and everything else. And I'll probably be back tomorrow playing Bastion, and I'll be playing Celeste on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Good games.
And I'm Sean. You can find me everywhere at High Gain Sad, usually here, same bat time, same bat channel. You can also find me. I have an upcoming, we have another reading with the Script Readers Club that is going to be not tomorrow, but the following Monday. We're going to be reading Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. We have a really, really
Ooh.
cool cast, and all of the proceeds are going to benefit one of 3 pro-Palestine charities of people's choosing. So definitely check that out. There will probably be posts coming up about that soon. And in the meantime, you can visit tinyurl.com/arcade for Gaza to read Razan's story and do what you can to help her and her family get out of Gaza. But until next time, same bat time, same bat channel, we will see all of you in the internet spaces. Later, y'all.
Bye.